I heard you want your makeup to look absolutely flawless, but you don't want to spend your entire paycheck. Lucky for you, we are in 2026 and drugstore makeup is just as good as high end. So think of this video as the ultimate drugstore makeup tutorial for beginners. Let's get into it. Step number one is skin prep. If you are not prepping your skin before you do your makeup, you're gonna have an issue. Your makeup is not gonna look as good as it could. First thing I like to do is just give my face a spray of hypochlorous acid, kill any bacteria, kind of give you a clean, fresh start. Then I like to go in with a milky toner and a moisturizer. If you don't wanna overcomplicate the skin prep, just go in with a moisturizer. If you do go in with a milky toner, this one is from Bioma. This is a hydrating milky toner and it looks so good under makeup. For moisturizer, I'm using the Bioma Hydrating Milky Moisturizer. The kind of moisturizer that you use under your makeup can make or break your makeup. There are so many great drugstore primers. The one I have been obsessing over recently is from Maybelline. This is their Grippy Serum Primer. And one thing about me is I just love a grippy primer. This is going to make your makeup stick to your face and last all day long. Now your skin is prepped and primed, it is time to go in with foundation. There are so many foundations from the drugstore that are absolutely outstanding. These are my top favorites right here. If you want to go in with a skin tint, the Maybelline Super Stay Skin Tint is so good. The coverage is amazing. This is one of my holy grails. You cannot go wrong with this. For today's video, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I've been using this foundation since I think high school at this point, and I'm now 30. So this is a matte and poreless foundation. I like to take foundation and just put it on the back of my hand just to warm it up. That way you also have control. I also love to use a brush better than a sponge. I will definitely use a sponge for some aspects of my makeup. For foundation, I feel like you just can't go wrong with a brush. I would pay a high-end price for this foundation. One of my favorite brow products is the Rare Beauty Brow Gel. I love this stuff so much, but a really good drugstore option that is very similar is the Maybelline Super Lock Brow Glue. They have a regular clear kind and then they also have a tinted kind. I've kind of been loving the tinted kind recently. This way you don't have to fill in your brows. You can kind of just use this to fill them in. So when I do my brows, I like to brush them all forward like this, and then I will swipe them straight up. We're not gonna leave them like this, but I will swipe them straight up first and then go back and shape them. And then I'll take the end of the brush and just calm the top of the brows down. Next is concealer. I have been obsessed with this one recently. Super beginner friendly. The Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser, just because this one is so easy to apply. I like to apply right in my inner corner and then on the outer part of my eye like this. The application of this is just so incredibly easy. It's the perfect amount of coverage. I love this product. And then I'll just blend this concealer in with a brush. Again, I love using a brush. I actually got this one off Amazon. It is so good. Probably one of the better concealer brushes I have ever used. And anytime you're blending any kind of cream, powder, whatever you're blending, always think about blending upward instead of down. This is always just gonna lift your face. Then I'll take the same concealer and same concealer shade, take some down my nose, forehead, and then my chin, and then blend that out the same way, little tapping motions. The fact that this concealer has been around for as long as it has and it's still so amazingly priced and the formula has lasted years and years and I have been grabbing it for 15+ years is actually kind of diabolical. Then if I'm covering up any blemishes, I will go in with a concealer that is more my skin tone as opposed to the one that I used under my eyes, because that's a little bit more for highlighting. So I will go in with one that matches my skin tone a little bit better. For covering up blemishes, I like to let my concealer dry down a little bit and then I'll blend it out. And again, I'm just using the same tapping motions. If you want to do contour, I would recommend going in with something very cool toned, but since I am using a bronzer, I'm going in with something that's just a little bit more warm, something that's just going to warm up my face. I'm going to use the Milani Cheek Kiss bronzer. This is so similar to the Makeup by Mario. The formula, it is so similar. Take some on a brush, warm it up on your hand just to see how much product you're working with, and then I work it into my hairline. I kind of follow my hairline and bring it down a little bit. I like to leave a little space right here where we did our concealer, just just kind of gives your face some nice dimension. Then for the cheekbones, I like to keep this relatively high. Again, I'm not really contouring here, but I'm just kind of warming up the cheeks. And we're going in tapping motions. As I said before, always tapping motions. You guys, I cannot describe how good the formula of this product is. It's literally identical to the Makeup by Mario. I'm telling you. And then I will take some cream bronzer down to my jawline, just a very, very little amount. Now for cream blush, I'm using the same product we just used, but in the blush form. And then again, this one is so similar to the Makeup by Mario blushes. I really don't know how they got away with having almost the exact same formula. It's insane. Work it onto my hand and then place it onto my cheekbones. I like to keep my blush placement relatively high. I don't like to take it down too low. If you ever feel like you got too carried away with the blush, me literally always go back in again with your foundation brush and just kind of blend everything out. Also, another note, if you're a beginner at makeup and cream bronzer and cream blush just kind of scares you, you can totally skip it and just go straight to powders. Now we're going in with setting powder. The amount of setting powders that I have that are high-end setting powders, and I always come back to this one. This is one of the best pressed powders literally ever. L'Oreal Infallible Blurfection. I will just take this onto a little sponge like this. I got these off Amazon. Take some powder onto the puff, work it on the back of your hand just so you know how much powder you're working with, and then go directly into your under eye and just kind of dab this in. Again, in dabbing motions, we always want to dab, dab, dab. Look how that just applied a filter. Sometimes I really think there is no difference between high-end and drugstore. Then I like to go in with a big powder brush, and you're gonna take some powder and just work it in to the rest of your face. I get very, very oily, so if you get very, very oily like me, I just kind of like to take this powder everywhere. I feel like there's no better feeling than just setting your makeup all in place with powder, especially as an oily girl. If you were an oily girl, you can relate to this. Like the second you get powder on your face, it's just like, thank you, Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Next we have powder bronzer and powder blush. For powder bronzer, two of my all-time favorites are the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer. I love these both so much. So whichever one you go with is gonna be a solid choice. I'm gonna use this one today. This is in the shade 350. It is way too dark for me, but we're just gonna work with it. And then I'm using a bronzer brush that I got off Amazon. And again, tapping this onto the back of our hand. And then we're just tapping this in the places where we applied the cream bronzer. One thing I like to do for my nose is it's kind of a nose contour without seriously contouring it. You're gonna take an eyeshadow brush like this, dip it into your powder, and just start at your eyebrow and drag it down the sides of your nose. This is the easiest way to contour or just bronze up your nose. I think this is an old hack from like, I don't even know, 2014 or something, but it works so well. Just makes everything look nice and cohesive. For powder blush, we have L'Oreal Infallible. Love this blush so much. I also love the one from Morphe. I don't know if this is technically drugstore. They do have it at Ulta, so I feel like it is kind of technically drugstore. This is a really good alternative to the Patrick Ta blushes. You get a cream, you get a powder, and then you also get a shimmer shade in the middle. So I'm gonna mix both of these today. And then this blush brush I got also off Amazon. I've been obsessed with Amazon brushes lately. I just think they are so good. So take some here, and then we're just going to apply this where we applied our cream. Take this on my cheek, and then I'll also kind of just blend it a little bit towards my hairline as well. Again, I just like to make everything cohesive. I like everything to blend really well together. Next, we're moving on to eyes. This eyeshadow palette from ColourPop is truly all you would ever need in an eyeshadow palette. You have glitters, you have matte, you have transition colors, you have everything. And this palette's like $14. I'm gonna show you how I do my eyes really quickly. So I just take a big fluffy eyeshadow brush and I go right into a transition shade. So this is a transition shade. It's kind of a neutral warm tone. It's nothing with like a ton of pigment. And I'll just take it all over my lid. Like, you really can't mess this up too. Just go all over. Then I'll take a smaller brush like this and go in with something a little bit darker, probably this brown or this more red tone. Focus it on the lid. Again, I'm just doing this like super fast and easy because this is usually how I do eyeshadow. It's just super quick and it's super easy. Right on the lid. And then before I blend that out, I will take some of that color and put it on my lower lash line. I have to make this crazy face when I do this. This is like the easiest way to make it look like you did eyeliner, and it's literally just powder. Then for a little bit of highlight, I love, love, love highlight down the nose. I think this is so flattering. So I will take some highlight. This is from Makeup Revolution in the shade Just My Type. And I will take it on a little pointy brush like this, kind of do an exclamation mark, bridge of the nose, and then a little dot on the tip of my nose, like that. It just highlights the face and kind of just makes everything come together really nicely. Another thing I absolutely love is brown eyeliner, especially if you have colored eyes. The way that brown eyeliner brings out your eyes is just so, so beautiful. So this one is from Morphe in the shade Want, and I will just take it on my lower lash line. Poke myself in the eye, no problem. And then a little tip I have for you for eyeliner, if you want to make it just look a little more natural, I like to take a brush like this and just take the eyeliner and just kind of smudge it out a little bit. Next for mascara, I have yet to find a drugstore eyelash curler that I'm absolutely obsessed with. This one is from Tweezerman. It is pricey, but when I tell you it works so, so incredibly well, it is the only thing that actually curls my little teeny tiny lashes. Two of my all-time favorite drugstore mascaras are Maybelline Rocket Volume in waterproof. I pretty much only wear waterproof mascara because of the way that it holds your lashes. It holds it way differently than regular mascara. And if you have teeny tiny lashes like I do, waterproof, and the L'Oreal Panorama. I love these both so, so much. Saves your life. I have teeny tiny nubs for eyelashes, so the fact that this mascara even gets my eyelashes to look like this is honestly insane. Usually when I reach this stage in my makeup, I kind of want to bring the glow back to my face. I do use a lot of powders, so I love using the Anua PDRN. One quick thing I'm going to do before I set my face is I go in with powder again, and I just put a little bit of powder directly under my eyes. I guess you could call this baking, but I do this because sometimes I will get those little mascara dots under my eyes. If you know, you know. And this, if you do this technique, you will not have those little teeny tiny dots under your eye ever again. Now it is time for the lip combo. My favorite lip combo at the moment happens to be from the drugstore. It's from Maybelline. This is on the shade On It. It's just a really pretty brown, taupey, mauvey, rosy color, if that makes sense. And to finish this off, I want something with a little bit of gloss. This is the LA Girl Shine On Glossy Balm. So this is glossy, but it's a balm, so it's not gonna be sticky. It kind of gives the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip. It really reminds me of that. And then I'm gonna add even more oil to this. This is the NYX Fat Oil. So juicy and so glossy. Anytime I just want my lips to be super glossy but not sticky, I will use this. Going in and dusting off that powder. Makeup look is finally done. It is time to set this face in place. There are so many good drugstore setting sprays, but the one that I always am so obsessed with is the L'Oreal Infallible Setting Mist. This is a literally hairspray for your face. It's insane. Your makeup is not going anywhere. And there we have the finished makeup look. I'm telling you, in this day and age, you do not need to spend a lot of money on high-end products. As you can see, there are so many drugstore options that are just as good as high-end. Let me know what you guys think of this video. If you want me to make more makeup videos, more makeup tip videos, and of course, I will have all the products I use linked in the description bar below. Bye.